Hello everyone, this is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video. Remember, I post a new video every day, so check out the channel every day. I try to keep the videos short. I try to keep them under 10 minutes for your convenience and enjoyment. This one might run a little long though, who knows, I have a lot to say. Thanks for all the feedback that you guys have been giving me, the constructive criticism. I really appreciate it, and I welcome more feedback. I'm going to try to improve the video quality. I'm going to try to do some more themed shows and get into a regular pattern maybe. I want to thank Anmar, the poster, the guy. He's a guy who posts on my comment section a lot, and he reminded me of something that I don't talk about enough. I really enjoy receiving and sending Bitcoin. I mean, it just gives me this great feeling, and I like all cryptos. I like to see, because you can see it's fun. Just the smallest balance change in my crypto address, I mean less than a cent, I mean gives me a rush. And I love how I can just check on blockchain.info or other sources for other coins that when I send someone a coin or a piece of a coin, that they got it, and I know that they got it. I mean, this is part of the simple fun, the simple entertainment of cryptocurrency that doesn't get mentioned enough. You know, the stuff that kind of drew us in originally, the basics, and it's going to make other people are going to enjoy those simple things. And I just wanted to bring that up again, and thank you, Anmar, for reminding me. So what's going on here? We're going to hit $600 for a Bitcoin. It's been flirting with $600. Who knows? I mean, I'm not too worried about it. The Bitfinex, somehow this all went smoothly and it's up and running. Most of it's up and running again now, and there was not another panic or a crash. Has Ethereum Classic been cheap lately? Have you guys been buying it? I mean, now the price is back up again. I was going to make a video earlier or yesterday, I think, saying, you know, Ethereum Classic's cheap, and it actually was. Now it's back to 186 or something like that. I don't know, you know. I'll get into that in a second. So please note, going back to Bitfinex, that U.S. residents will only be able to sell, not buy, the BFX tokens at this time. And I will link to that. I will link to another Bitfinex blog update. Again, they are pulling this off somehow. I read that a guy had 26 Bitcoin that he withdrew from Bitfinex. I mean, that is amazing that people were keeping that much there. Now, I give him credit that he got it off there, but they're still, I mean, that was incredibly risky. And everyone, I mean, how many times do we have to say it is risky to keep money on exchanges? To keep over 26 Bitcoin, thousands of dollars on an exchange, I don't see the logic in it. I mean, it's insanity. But some of these guys are taking their money out. Some of them are keeping it in there. I can't believe everyone is trusting Bitfinex now. How do they pull it off? I mean, because of these BFX tokens are making people happy? Because they have a more professional sounding name than Mt. Gox? I don't know. I mean, Eric Voorhees, I will link to an article that he wrote. He's in charge of Shapeshift. And he likes what Bitfinex, he likes the approach they're taking, so maybe this approach with these BFX tokens is calming enough people that they're able to stay solvent somehow. And I guess it's good for Bitcoin because there hasn't been a panic and the price really hasn't been affected, so far at least. The Trezor people have announced some news that's very bullish for both Ethereums. They're going to be able to store both Ethereums on a Trezor eventually. I mean, that is great news. I will link to the tweet that mentioned that. I mean, it is one of the most respected names in Bitcoin safe storage. I mean, it is. I mean, the company has done really well selling their product during this insane period of time. As I mentioned, they sold out their product. So this type of company would not want to associate with any coin, be it Ethereum or Ethereum Classic, that is remotely scam-like. I mean, they have a reputation to maintain as being a very trusted company. I mean, people are storing millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin on their trezors. Okay, so this company is a serious, very serious company with a serious reputation for trust. So they're not. I mean, this is good news for Ethereum and Ethereum Classic, and we will get back to reputation in Ethereum Classic and Ethereum very soon. And another voice out there who doesn't have much of a reputation, I think. Anyway, there was an Ethereum Classic clickbait article that I found that says the white hat hackers could have crashed Ethereum Classic. I mean, that is such a clickbait title. And there's another guy out there, some Huffington Post guy, who likes clickbait titles also. But no, the price would have crashed, obviously, not the coin. The white hat hackers. Let me back up a little bit, and I mentioned this in other videos. Someone has a lot of Ethereum Classic, whether it be the DAO guy or people who stole it from the DAO guy or people who stole it to try to do something good with it. They put a lot of their Ethereum Classic on Poloniex, on another exchange. They might have sold some. It was really causing a lot of confusion and price problems, price drops in Ethereum Classic. So yes, a mass sell-off of Ethereum Classic is going to cause a price drop, a price crash. Excuse me. It isn't going to cause the coin to crash and stop working though, and it's only natural. They have to, and as I said in other videos, they're going to have to work through this situation with these Ethereum Classics. They're going to have to be sold. There will be price drops. But once you get through all of that, once you take your medicine, you will get better. The Ethereum Classic people made a declaration of independence that's pretty interesting. I don't know if it'll make a difference. I will link to that also. Bloomberg came out with an article that I thought was very relevant. 1 in 7 U.S. households has a negative net worth. Just think about that one. Okay, so everyone out there, be very careful who you listen to on the internet when it comes to cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and Ethereum. In a previous video of mine, I talked about how someone out there, a number of people, but someone out there called Ethereum a scam, Ethereum Classic a scam coin. And I said, well, if it's a scam coin, is he actually holding on to his Ethereum Classic? Because it is insurance. I understand it to be Ethereum. You can watch my old videos. Ethereum Classic is insurance for Ethereum. If you're getting free Ethereum Classic, you should hold it, because just in case Ethereum goes down, if there's parity one day also, which I believe there will be, or close to it at least. But if it's a scam coin, why would you're calling it a scam coin? So you're scaring everyone about Ethereum Classic. You're saying, it's just a scam, do whatever. You're getting people to do irresponsible things with their Ethereum Classic when they should be holding on to it, because if they own a lot of Ethereum, especially as an insurance policy. So you would be a hypocrite if you're calling it a scam and yet you're holding on to it. And I said, well, guess what? Guess what this guy wrote in one of his Ethereum Classic scam articles, again, where he mentions that it's a scam. Guess what he says? Disclosure. At this time of publication, I hold some Bitcoin, Ether, US dollars, and gold in my long-term portfolio. As I held Ether at the time of the fork, I also have a Classic position by default, but have not sold any. Classic is a scam, and I am Classic is a scam, and I am uninterested in profiting from the sale of duplicate tokens. And then in a follow-up article, he said, I own only 2 cryptographic assets, Ether and Bitcoin. So that's completely contradictory to that previous statement, by the way. But whatever the case is, this guy is very contradictory, because he admits he owns the Ethereum Classic still and is calling it a scam. If you really think it's a scam, why do you want anything to do with it? Dump it. Dump it. Because you're making other people dump it by calling it a scam. You're so irresponsible by doing this, by playing this little game. You don't even realize the damage you're doing. You're hurting people. You're hurting innocent people, by playing this little word game, calling it a scam, and then keeping it, you're not hurting yourself at all. Not at all. You're actually doing the right thing by holding on to your Ethereum Classic. You're insuring yourself just in case something goes wrong, but you're implying to other people to do something completely different. And I am making a big deal out of this because the mainstream media treats this as sound information / journalism, and that is dangerous. At best, this is short-term reactionary panic by this person, okay? But most likely, it's just this. It's a saboteur. The person is just trying to be an unsuccessful saboteur, and it's wrong that this is being painted. And I know most of you think the Huffington Post is complete BS, and the Huffington Post is not respected in my mind, and probably in many people's minds. But some people do trust the Huffington Post. They think it is legitimate, and if they read something like this, Ethereum Classic is a scam, they'll be like, I'll just ditch my Ethereum Classic. Obviously, this person knows what he's talking about. He doesn't keep his Ethereum. He must not be keeping his Ethereum Classic because he's calling it a scam. So stand for something. I've said this about, and I think Ethereum Classic stands for something, by the way. And I like Ethereum. Hey, I have both of them, okay? I bought Ethereum at the original crowd sale, okay? In 2014, before a lot of people were even into cryptocurrency. And I got Ethereum Classic for super duper cheap because we knew on this channel ahead of time that it was about to come out. And to me, again, these aren't investments. These are speculative things because I can afford to lose whatever, $20, $100, whatever. But again, you have to stand for something. People in this very tiny cryptocurrency space, and it is growing, have long memories, okay? And you only have your reputation at the end of the day. At the end of the day, that when you die, that's it. I mean, but in the end of other days too, not just at the end of your life, but at the end of the day, your reputation is very important. So if you're saying insane things like scams, should I believe the guy who is wishy-washy on where he stands with Ethereum Classic and still owns it, or should I believe the Trezor company? Where they store millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin. Who are you gonna take the opinion of? Trezor or Huffington Post? I'll leave you with that note. I'm Adam Meister. Talk to you later.